the chocolates.
What the frick is that?
We got the chocolates.
Don't they do dad jokes?
We got the chocolates.
Wait, there's a podcast?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, welcome back to the We Got the Chocolates podcast. I'm Lee.
I'm Skin.
I'm Gode.
We've got Mikus in the background over there because the podcast does go up on YouTube, so he's in charge of the cameras generally. However, his microphone has this week been captured by a very special guest, Olympian Commonwealth Games gold medalist, potentially a winner of a strongman competition, although that's a wild guess, based purely on aesthetics. He has a radio show and a podcast as well and is just dominating the world. Welcome, Matt Denny.
Hey lads, how are we?
Very, very well, mate.
Very good.
I hope you're not offended, but I did go to the trouble of creating a jingle specifically for your appearance. These typically aren't the most popular amongst my co-hosts.
When I saw this on the run sheet, I literally said, I know exactly what this is going to be, so I can't wait.
I'm very excited.
Well, here it is.
Yeah, it is.
How many dudes you know roll like this? How many dudes you know flow like this? Not many. Matt Denny. Not many. Matt Denny.
So that's
Love it.
that's the intro.
Oh, that was it?
Yeah, that's it. I didn't have a lot of time. I'll be honest.
No.
I said to you, I think, can you get here at 7:30? And you messaged me saying, some bad news, which always is bad news for us when someone says they're going to be early. We're like, oh, shit. Because we're notoriously late. And I started making that at, 6:50, I reckon? And you walked in at 6:59. So not bad.
Right. No, well done.
Yeah.
Well done. Clever.
And in terms of like the most basic of come on, mate.
Was that too passive?
Don't lie to us. Does anyone? It did actually get me thinking, like nicknames that you might potentially have. Does anyone ever call you Eggs Denny by any chance?
No, unfortunately not.
Should they? That's a real question I've got for you. I mean, I think it's underused. That's probably what I would.
Not gonna
That's
lie,
not-
that's the first time I've heard it.
It's
so.
also longer.
Yeah, that's who cares? All good nicknames are longer.
No, they're not. That is false.
Is that how they work?
Make it as complicated as possible. You're
Yeah,
going, well.
right. Okay, damn it. Okay, back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
Well, you guys didn't come up with any better.
Hey, but well done again.
Exactly.
Well
Thank you.
done.
Creativity.
Don't
I'll take
humour
that.
him, Matt.
I'm happy with that. Now I have. Oh, we got the chocolate, so that's a win. Obviously, that's what I meant. You need. I can't go.
Butter that.
Smooth butter on the toast of the Matt Denny.
Can we cut that and put it back at the start? Yeah. So I've got a story to get us started because I think you got me thinking about this, Gode, when we were talking about, was it Anthony Seabold that fell asleep like
At the Macca's.
random- at the
E-Jazz.
Macca's? Yeah,
Yep.
was drunk, fell asleep, and so we started sort of talking about weird places that you've fallen asleep, and I thought we'll do it as a proper segment, but I do have a story that sort of forward sells it a little bit. Potentially not a great habit, but myself and the girl that I'm getting to know, when we're going to sleep, we will often, the last thing we do is scroll TikTok, which is like, it's quality time together. Not talking to each
Internet,
other.
everything. Yeah, nice.
Not talking
You don't
to
have
each
a
other.
TV in your room?
just scrolling. Anyway, so I'm sort of in the zone, scrolling through and watching. At the moment, I seem to get a lot of like cow hooves for some reason, people cleaning them. That's what's on my For You page.
He was showing me that the other day. Not my cup of tea, but that's fine.
But also separate story. So I'm just scrolling through my For You page, and Rochelle next to me is doing a similar thing, I would think. And I sort of like just in the zone, and then realised that something in my head was just playing like over and over again. And I was like, what is that sound? What's happening here? And I realised like it's coming from Rochelle's phone, and because she's like scrolling facing away from me, I don't know why she's facing away from me.
I do.
Private scrolling.
She's scrolling facing away from me, and I'm just like keep hearing this same video playing, and I was like, what is she doing? Why is she watching this video so many times? Because it was like a graphic design video, and so I was like,
that would be
tripping.
soothing.
Yeah, I was tripping out.
Very
Going like,
encouraging.
I really do.
Hey,
appreciate
she's
that.
like, she is really into this graphic design stuff. So I've sort of like tuned in, going like, what's she watching? And then like listened to it the full way through. I was like, yeah, well, man, it's not that interesting. And then goes again. And I was like, Rochelle, Michelle, what are you doing? Like, turn that off. We'll just watch a different video. She was sound asleep.
Yeah.
Just passed out, phone fallen into face, and just continued playing the same thing. And I honestly reckon it would have played for about 11 minutes before I realised. So whoever made that TikTok has got that many views just from Michelle falling asleep.
Video's blown up.
I've gone viral.
This guy got 800,000 followers. This graphic design stuff is really taken off. Yeah, so I don't know.
I saw one
Weird place you've fallen asleep.
Well, I saw one the other day. Kathleen and I driving back to our in-laws' place, and they live out Butters way. And there's a turn where you go onto the Logan Motorway to get out there at the Glen Hotel.
Yeah.
So we were turning right at the lights, waiting, and we looked over and we left, but the car next to us didn't left, and we sort of went pretty slowly. They were asleep at the wheel.
No.
Oh, no way.
At the lights.
At the lights, and this is probably 10:40 a.m.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They work night shift. You probably didn't stop and have a chat.
No, I didn't chat. I didn't stop out on the highway.
Excuse me. One-sided conversation. I think that one is.
They might ring up.
Right. I suppose if you're going to fall asleep at the wheel, a red light.
Yeah, it was a red light. So it weren't like they weren't driving.
Much safer.
Nice place to do it.
You don't do it midway through a green light. No, that's true. Let's move on to Joke of the Day. This week, I think, sent in by Adam, and it is brought to us, as always, by the great people at Better Beer. I'm tucking into a midi right now, actually.
Are you still a bit dusty from last week?
Yeah, actually. What was last week? Mad Monday. Yeah. Oh, we won the premiership. I remember it. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get on to Adam's joke. Here it is.
G'day, fellas. Went to an Indian restaurant the other night. The food was so good that I asked for the recipe. I can't share it though. They made me sign a non-disclosure.
Oh. No, yeah.
Get that in.
job.
Yeah, go.
Lucky you're waiting for that.
Job.
Jesus Christ almighty.
Well, there's no need to make a big deal out of it, mate. No, that's probably better.
Can we get this show on the road, mate? I'm in a real curry to get out of here.
Skin, do you have any idea about your bedding arrangement at the moment? Are you sleeping on a King Size Madras? I haven't delivered that very well. I was really trying hard. Matt, jump in whenever
Mate,
you're ready.
I feel so out of place right now. I'm like, how are they pulling this out?
Yes, well, that's how Michael and I feel every week.
I just feel like I'm going to
Join the club, mate.
pants. I need to go jump off to the Vindaloo.
That was Adam. That was Adam that said that original joke, and then that was Cody and me. Just doing
Expanding to make it better.
Just making it even better again.
Yeah, brilliant.
Skin, have you got a written one for us?
I do. Yeah. Got
Preferably one we don't have to build on.
So stop making us do so much hard work. We hate doing it.
Trying to save it, build the content,
I mean, we don't want to carry the team.
I
understand.
Oh, that's really tikka masala me.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay. All right. The written one comes in from Steve.
Endless.
Please focus, Cody.
Bring it back.
Okay. We're done.
All right, so here we go with this. Written one comes in from Steve. I once debated a flat earther. He got so mad he stormed off, saying he would walk to the edge of the earth to prove me wrong. It'll come around eventually.
Oh,
Yeah, good.
That's clever. That's great, though.
Matt, do you have a go-to joke that you tell?
No, I did. I was thinking about one the other day, like a discus one.
Let's discuss
Why did
this.
Why did the Olympic athlete throw his reading assignment away? His professor asked him to discuss it.
No, good. Excellent.
That's
See,
good.
that's
It's not great,
I
but
sort of ruined it as well, which hurts.
Yeah. You can do that.
Punishment for being just so quick-witted. Sorry.
Why are you so angry at us?
Yeah, what is it? What's happening?
Feel the hatred.
It's just how the show runs. You annoy the shit out of me, I get angry.
Yeah. I remember it now.
That's right. Every Monday.
All right, well, Matt, let's let you get some words in since you have been kind enough to actually be our guest this evening, and you've even actually brought some chocolates, which no one's ever done before. You were surprised by, because actually, generally, I think it goes the other way. Guests come and they're like, "So do I get chocolates?" Which is sort of like false advertising.
You're
by
notoriously good at handing out presents to the guests as well.
I just wanted to be able to come and say, I've got the chocolates.
Yeah,
but-
perfect.
Yeah, you do.
And then I was like, surely someone else has done this, but apparently
Nah.
first taker.
Yeah, no one else spends money on us. I don't know.
But if they're looking to, obviously.
I mean, they're wonderful people at Cadbury.
And Nestle. I know I bagged them a couple of weeks ago, but I've changed my tune.
I love to break off me a kick.
No, but mate, tell us what is going on in your life at the moment in terms of preparation, what you have coming up. I mean, the gold medal, when was that? That was last year. It feels like yesterday.
Yeah, last year.
Birmingham.
July, I think it was.
July.
Yeah. It's been wild. Been like a pretty hectic time in between then and now, like a lot of changes and stuff like that. But pretty shithouse domestic season for me this year. So,
Really?
yeah, it just wasn't like for example, won Com Games with 67-23.
Yeah.
But then like finished this domestic season with like 63-20. So, but change of coach, change of programming, everything like that. But right now, everything like life's good, like, you know, progressing onwards, and we've got Worlds this year and Olympics next year. But yeah, had this change. It's been great. It's been just been having fun with that and doing radio and potty and, you know, getting to come and do stuff like this with you guys has been really awesome. It was funny when you guys texted me, I was like, really? That'd be sick. Yeah, for sure. Like,
Yeah, see, that's funny because when we used to text people, they'd be like,
who are you guys?
no. So, I mean, that's nice. That's nice transition.
no, it's been like, yeah. So I always love doing just this kind of stuff, just having a laugh. And like, obviously my profile's been able to allow me to do more stuff like that. So I've just been able to, you know, have fun and leverage the success with us and just to enjoy life a little bit.
Was that where you found? I mean, we obviously first became aware of you probably through. I mean, I'm not big. I don't think I'm offending you by saying I'm not huge on my discus knowledge outside of Olympic games and Commonwealth games. I mean, obviously, from this point on, I will.
No, I'm very aware of the fact that most people don't care about throwing heavy plates for a living.
Right.
Yes.
But then I mean, you get on it. That we are good for a bandwagon, though, aren't we? Jumping on the Australian audience when the Com Games are going to. There's someone in the finals. We will, especially when it comes to athletics, I reckon, because that's historically not something.
We're traditionally, I guess, nearly the underdogs there, aren't we?
Yeah.
As Australian
100%.
athletes, yeah.
Yeah, especially with like making finals and like making top eights and then also like getting medals. I feel like we're coming to probably one of the best areas that we've had in athletics of being most competitive. So yeah, we know like as athletes, we notice that at Tokyo, like even for me, you know, men's disc usually isn't the most, you know, popular or like glamorous sport, especially like, you know, against 100 or something like that. But we noticed that performing well and also a lot of the athletes showed like a lot of personality during the games. It just took off. Like, I mean, I did my stupid zip up thing that I just kind of did as a joke. And then just went mental from there on in, like all my TikTok stuff went off and haven't done it since, but it was a good laugh. But like everyone just got like super interested and it was kind of, you know, that performance plus the personality side of things for all the athletes where kind of the sport took another step up.
I think that's what people want to see nowadays as well. Like they don't, I think with the social media world, like everyone wants to see like, yes, here's the Matt, the athlete, but what's Matt, the person?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
Well.
Like that's all I've always looked at it. Like at the end of the day, no one really gives a shit about throwing heavy plates or like anything like that. But if you can bring like an entertainment value to it and make people want to watch or like have fun with that and like show your personality and still either be really good at it, but also not be a stiff and like, you know, as much as like our personal endeavor is to do really well, at the same time, you want to like, you know, entertain your crowd. You want to entertain people at home, especially like with Tokyo, there was no one in the crowd. So
was that weird?
It wasn't like there was some people there. There was maybe like, you know, 200 people sitting behind. But I don't know. I felt like if you cared enough to perform well, like that didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was different to go into like a major event and go, oh, okay, like this is pure performance. There's nothing like there's no there's nothing around
pseudo
it.
psych ups from the crowd and stuff.
Yeah,
like
100%. So yeah, it was weird, but it was also, I think it kind of weaned out a lot of athletes that were, you know, not mentally prepared for that kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah. That is fair. And then because I remember seeing you spoken about that personality side of it. I think you were sitting like after the first thing I saw was your zip up thing, and then you did like a 300 meter sprint when you won as well. Do you remember? Like,
commies, Com Games, yeah.
Your celebration spirit was like, we were asking you about marathon running before, which you weren't a big fan of, but you almost did one.
Yeah, so you pretty much signed up for one in that stadium that day.
No, so what happened after that? Everyone thought I just sprinted for like the celebration, but So I'd saw my coach, my wife, and like everyone else that was there for me. And I was looking around, and Lawrence Okoye, who got silver, the Pommy guy, we'd been actually training together for like the last, I want to say 3 months, because I was over in the UK training leading up to all the European stuff. Right. And I was like, where's Lawrence? Where's, like, looking around, and the camera guy's like, he's already at the 200 meter start. And I was like, all right, I better catch up, because like all the stadium was packing out, like leaving and packing up and going home. So all right, got to get my leg on, and then just gassed it. And it was about 150 meters. Felt like a marathon. I was gassed after. And then I went up to Richo on the back straight, like doing my post
how good is Jason Richardson?
Such a laugh. But like I'd come in and I was like, yeah, man. I was going to promise.
He'd know a thing or two winning a stall gift as well, Richo. He's a genius.
Well, I didn't know that. I only found that out yesterday, because I had stall gift
over the Easter weekend.
And literally got back and on Instagram and saw that. Yeah. And I sent him a message. I was like, mate, you had legs. Like, where'd that come from? But yeah, I never knew he won that. Good guy though.
Picture that, would you?
Great commentator.
His sports broadcasting at the moment, I reckon, like, you know how we always speak about like Bruce, but he's like, he's getting up.
Bruce now.
He's getting closer. I reckon. Like he does the racing. He's fucking unbelievable. Yeah. At obviously the athletic stuff as well. He did the Big Bash, a bit of the Big Bash stuff as well. Like
he's just got good energy. Like, he just you can tell he loves sport. Like he's super into it, and he just learns. You know,
seems like a great bloke.
Yeah, he is. After commies actually, so I'd won, and it was a dry village, so there was like no alcohol that was provided in the. And he said, "Oh mate, like you going out?" And we're like, "Oh, we have COVID protocols, so we're like can't." And he said, "Oh mate, like I've got some 4 pillars gin. Like, do you want some?"
Yeah, I thought that sentence was very different.
I'm glad you put the 4 in front of that. I'll be honest with you.
Jeez, no wonder he was good at that.
Yeah. Oh my god, he's ran an 8-second store gift.
But he snuck in some gin for us, and we were able to at least party in the room and chill out and celebrate in our own way. Yeah, and then he went to do it a second day, because we took the whole bottle, and then the second day it got confiscated off him, so he wasted the bottle. So good guy, does well, all for
fun police,
all for good for
That's right. And then you also had so your event was done, and
that's
something on.
That's a whereabouts. So like my drug testing stuff. I have an alarm at like 8 o'clock every night to remind me to make sure that I've like changed all my whereabouts and stuff. So,
whoa, jeez, sorry.
Yeah. Do you want to dive into that?
Oh, well,
why not?
It's pretty intriguing.
Well, so I'm on Whereabouts, which is like a drug testing like regime.
That's the first time I've ever heard of Whereabouts.
Yeah. So I have no idea what you're essentially like once you get into like a certain bracket, they put you onto Whereabouts, where I have to tell them where I'm going to be every night. All year round, and then I have to give them like training times, all this sort of stuff, travel stuff. But I also have to give them an hour of every day of like where I'm going to be. So I have to be there for that hour where they'll come and test, but they won't tell you if you're going to test or not.
Yeah, you just have to be available.
You just have to be there. But if I'm not there and they show up, then I get a strike. And if you get 3 strikes, it's a 2-year ban.
So if you updated them and said you're here, could they come to us?
Well, I mean, if I put in my schedule like, hey, I'm going to be here, and they decided to really be like dicks, they could come do that. But
I think we should test it.
Imagine them and Mick is greeting him at the door.
He's just talking right
this
now.
This guy's clearly high. Why is he got a photo of his fucking cat on his shirt?
That would put him off. They'd never come back.
In the car.
Get out.
You're done, mate.
But yeah, so like my hours from like 6 o'clock till 7 o'clock. So I've got that. So it reminds me, have I changed my overnight and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, fun.
That is.
It's annoying to say the least.
Yeah, I bet it is.
So do you do that with like the rest of your life as well? Are you one of those blokes that sets alarms for like every time you got to go to a different event throughout the day or something?
Yeah, sometimes like even just like simple, like I'll use reminders, but if I've got like something that's urgent, I'll just say like, hey, set an alarm for like 3 o'clock when I'm going to be free to remind me to do this, because I'll forget.
Okay.
And then in terms of the building off that, I guess you're the hourly split between, would you consider yourself a full-time athlete and then you're fitting in radio show that's once a week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Podcast you're doing weekly as well. Obviously give your podcast a bit of a plug as well, because we know that's brother of lesser known Mitchell Stark.
Correct.
Do it with.
Yeah. So Brandon Stark and I have a potty called The Roommates Rant. Yeah. So that all started Tokyo when Brandon was competing, and I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna have some fun. Just put on.
You were wearing them.
Yeah, so I just put on, like, I just put a singlet on and like basically our comp kit, and then just put, instead of having like, you know, your name bib, I just said Brandon Stark's roommate, and I ended up texting Dave Cole. Like, the way that this went down was I text Dave Colbert a photo of it, just saying, haha, look out for me in the crowd. He's back in Oz commentating and stuff. And then within about 5 minutes, he'd sent it to the 7 producers, and then it was like all over Twitter and all that sort of stuff. And then it kind of went viral. And then, we kind of turned it into a podcast that we do fortnightly at the moment. So which has been good fun. But yeah, so like, full-time athlete, full-time, plate chucker, lifter of weights, all that kind of stuff. And then, I work and everything else in my life around that. So like, I do make a living from it. It's probably like not like, you know, like professional cricketer or professional basketball or anything like that.
Sort of wanted to ask that, but it felt rude. So that's
like, I mean, you can literally look up how much I'm paid by AIS and stuff like that. I like have their support scheme and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
But then same with like Diamond League. So like to win a Diamond League, which is our like world circuit, that's 10,000 US to win that. And then it tiers down for like your top 8 and all that sort of stuff. And then if you win a Diamond League final, then it's 70K US. So like that's how prize money is a lot of it, and then sponsorships and all that sort of stuff. But I put a lot of work into like doing a lot of my branding stuff and making sure that I can make a living from like the personality stuff that we talked about. So then I can kind of like support my athletes a lot more, because again, not many people really care about discus throwing, but at the same time, if you can build a good brand around that, then it's a lot easier.
Can I ask you too how you went at discus when your experiences at school? Because I remember a story very clearly when I laughed at Grant, who was my mate in year 12, because he threw it like out of the, what do you call that? The
sector.
The sector, exactly. That was what I was going to say. Threw it out of the sector, and I laughed. And then he came back to me and was like, he was very angry about it, obviously quite protective of his discus skills. He came back to me and was like, you threw it 8 meters. I could kick it that far.
That would be fucking hard, though.
That would break the top of your foot.
That was, the little metal around. I was okay. I was serviceable. I was decent. I was okay at Jav.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, shot put was my best. Like the distances we were throwing discuses when I last did one was about 30 meters. So hearing that you threw 167 is pretty much. And
keep it going.
And I genuinely struggled to get it spinning that way. Mine was always rotating over the top.
Roger Federer's forehand was like top spinning.
Throwing massive toppies.
I'm not sure if you know Newton's 7th law skin, but don't throw the discus like that.
That was a lot better told than most like 45-year-old mums that come up to me and say, I used to do disc. I'm like, oh, cool. Like, you know, did you do stage? I'm like, no, I threw it. I'm like,
great. So did everyone.
A lot of people did.
What a wonderful story.
I'm 80% sure it was compulsory in high school.
It was almost compulsory.
This conversation, though, is not compulsory. We don't have that.
Now, ever since episode 170, where Skin had an unfortunate tangle with the odds game, which has basically resulted in him needing to get a Prince Albert piercing, we have been behind the scenes trying to organise that and make it happen. I think we're making some progress. We should have an update for you very soon. And I must stress, we're obviously not forcing Skin to do this.
Did you say foreskin or forcing?
he is doing it of his own free will, mostly. Free willy. Anyway,
you can't write that something
this week. Doesn't play anymore, used to play. He actually had a cautionary tale, he said, about getting a Prince Albert piercing. So this is how a chat with him went. Justin is with us, or Kurz, as we call him, former cricketer at the Redlands Tigers, who you may have heard about in recent weeks due to the fact we won the premiership.
Lovely.
That's just got a notification saying Justin Kersey, Prince Albert chat. Perfect. Yeah, so that's
no, actually, that's because we're running 10 minutes early tonight, which is unheard of.
That is unheard of. And I mean, right on cue. That is why Kers is here. Skin, can you talk us through that?
Yeah, I can. So, yeah, we've played plenty of cricket with Kers over the years. I think I played a season of fourth grade with you when I was about 15 years of age, and you drove me everywhere and told me all the time that I owed you lives for the rest of my life. And then by the time I was able to drive, you retired, so that was good. But yeah, no. So you've heard this drama about I've lost the odds game, and you were telling me you had a story that might put me off of the whole idea.
It's a cautionary tale, I think you headlined the email as.
Yes, I have played plenty of cricket with Mitch, and this is a cricket-related story. So I'm just playing, I think it was 5th or 6th grade a few years back, playing against another club, bowling away. We're in the field. One of our seam bowlers, I think, got one to move off the straight.
That is rare.
That is unheard of.
Nip back, hit old mate in the lower abdomen. Anyway, goes down.
Yeah.
As you do. A few little giggles, make sure he's all right. And then we all kind of turn to each other, and then we realise he's still messing around down there, pulls the box out, having a look around, pulling the pants out. Walk up and I'm like, what's going on, mate? He's like, oh, got a cock ring. And I was like, what? He's like, yeah, I've got a cock ring. I'm like, oh, yeah, what's going on? He's like, oh, I've been hit and it's bleeding. I'm like, mate, do you need to go off? Like, what's going on here? He's like, oh, no, give me a few. I'll be right. Anyway, fiddles around down there, and then to top it off, pulls it out.
Was it his piece? Or the
ring.
The ring.
Ring.
No. Hey guys, look at this. Jeez, no wonder this bloke's smacking him around.
Doesn't get the old fella out. No, pulls the ring out.
Yep.
And then just calmly walks over to square leg umpire.
No.
Can you hold that for me?
No.
100%. And then umpire's like, holds it.
No.
Takes his busted, bleeding cock ring and holds it for him while he finishes his innings.
I mean, they're wonderful people, the umpires. We've often said that. They're just how good.
Oh, my goodness.
Imagine that being in the umpiring course where they... So what's the weirdest experience? Well, I mean, like you might get a few decisions wrong, but as long as you know how to hold a cock ring just on the in case, then you should be in pretty good stead.
Why would you think to do that?
And he kept batting, old mate. He played on.
He played on. I don't know how many he got, but
Well, yeah, that was what I was going to say. If I'm the umpire and I'm holding his cock ring as long as he's batting, like the next ball's LBW regardless.
He's still just holding it out there.
I reckon it went in a pocket or something.
If you're listening as the podcast rather than watching the video, Skin has just got his hand out like he's Oliver Twist asking for more.
Definitely not.
I don't think that's how the umpire was.
Right, okay.
He's just giving wide signals going.
And is that 2 to come in the over? Hard to say.
Can't check.
Still in shock. I couldn't believe he took it.
Yeah, no, bloody hell.
No, thank you.
Okay.
No, that is ridiculous.
Also, how much blood are we talking? Because for people that don't know cricket very well, like they're quite white clothes.
Yeah, and for people that don't know cricket very well, not often, but there's many times where people do get hit in the seeds.
Yeah, that's common enough.
Like batting, and you will they writhe in pain, and they're obviously in huge trauma, and you think it's the funniest thing ever. Even if you're the non-striking batter on the same team, you're sitting there going like, well, this is hilarious.
Yeah, it's a weird dynamic, isn't it? When you're like trying to be sympathetic, but also trying not to laugh.
There's a large group of adult men just laughing at you while you're on the ground, trying to work out if it's still there.
Quite strange to witness. And
I don't think it was a lot. Of blood, but I did see a little bit.
Okay, all right. Well, that's good.
Yeah,
but that's definitely a dynamic I've never seen play out when someone's been hitting the seeds to go, this has got slightly more complex for the fact that I've got a little Albert.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. So.
I don't know what type of setup you're going to go for down there.
So do you wear a jockstrap?
I more meant the ring.
Yeah.
You go on the ring or the bolt?
Yeah.
Ring or bolt? I haven't done enough homework. What's a bolt?
Can't you just get a bolt of metal through?
Yeah, you can just go like straight through.
Oh, so you look like a tie iron.
Okay, right. Yeah, that's a good shout.
You get the Usain through there.
Okay, perfect. But yeah, I wouldn't say that fills me with confidence, but I suppose the good thing is I've got the time now over the cricket off season for that to not be an issue at least. But by April, it should be recovered.
Imagine if you play footy, you don't want to give people another thing to tackle you by.
Oh my!
Another handle to grab onto.
is this bloke's elusive?
Yeah, I might be unavailable for a couple of weeks, I think.
Oh, no. Well, just another story there to put in the bank skin of reasons that you might not like to get it done. But unfortunately, it's booked in.
Yeah. And unfortunately, those reasons are stacking up.
Skin meant to make a pros and cons. He's got nothing on the pros.
Someone can find me a pro.
Pros.
Please.
Will have paid off the odds game loss. That's the only one you've got so far.
That's it.
Reactions to that?
I don't know.
Why are you playing cricket with it on? Surely
I don't
that's
know.
like something that can just be left at home, play cricket, go home.
Yeah,
do
I
what
can't
you
wait
need
to put this bad boy back in.
like surely it's an excitement thing. Surely, like
Yeah. Special occasions.
place it,
Yeah.
place and time. Obviously, it's not a hobby for him.
No.
it's a full time gig.
Yeah.
Oh no.
yeah,
But at what point, from the umpire's perspective, just like what point is go, oh yeah, no, hold it.
Surely he was like
old bloke.
completely oblivious.
Surely
to
you
it,
just
though,
sort of bend
like-
over and say, okay, slip it in the back pocket.
That's what but the Skin and I was saying. Why is the batter not just put it in his
They
pocket?
can't hold our fucking caps because of COVID, but he's going to hold our mate's fucking cock ring.
Would it be weirder if he said, "Hey mate, can I just put it on?"
Yeah. Let me rest this on your hat for a second.
Actually, I've got this piercing too.
Yeah, well, same one.
Is this my size?
Did you go to Gary down to the piercing line? Yeah.
He's my brother.
Now, Matt, I'm speaking directly to you because you will be Gode's opponent in a segment we call You're a Quizzard Gode, and that was based on the fact that he has often, I think you tooted your own horn and then we started tooting your horn. There was a lot of tooting.
And telling me I'm good at this as well.
Yeah. Anyway, Gode thinks that he's a gun trivia player, basically.
Okay.
I don't. It's not even more. I think the record shows in the last few games that we've played. I don't think it's a think. I think it's a fact.
That's a fact.
It is dominating.
It is very good. It's hard to beat. Yes, that is true. And that's in all games, but You're a Quizzard particularly. I've got a jingle for You're a Quizzard.
It's a good one.
It's less singing. You're a Quizzard, Gode.
Shouldn't have said that. No more questions. Don't ask any more questions. The eyes, I reckon, they unnerve some folk.
Not to mention the pincers.
I reckon that too.
It's close to my favourite, that one. It's a good one. Some of your best.
There is actually a much worse one coming, unfortunately, Matt, for you. I might let Gode stay for that.
That is my favourite one.
I'll let Gode stay for that, and then we'll obviously get you to rack off to the soundproof booth that we have.
Is that your lounge room?
Lounge room. And basically, a list of 5 questions, 30 seconds on the clock. You can say don't know, and we won't re-ask the question because it's often just a battle of time, isn't it? And then if you say pass, we will come back to the question. In theory, we're still trying to get better at running the game.
We've never nailed that part.
Yeah. But
we just stop.
but I am definitely in charge of reading the questions. Skin is in charge of timing. Someone else, please be in charge of recording what answers they give. Dave the Brit, that might be you.
Michael looks busy.
Have you got your hand up there, Matt? You got a question?
He's patting
I've actually got the 5 questions. So put your arm down.
He's patting his imaginary cat.
You need to show that shirt so people know what they're talking about. He has.
No, don't.
Matt, have you seen that type of shirt before that Mikas is wearing?
I rate it. That'd be me with my dogs, though.
Yeah.
I do.
A real animal.
You've given me a. Fair. No, fair. I'll back that.
Okay.
I'll back that.
Now, Matt, if you're just not all out of jingles yet, the last thing that I'll
jingle me
play you to get you excited.
This is probably better than any Olympic putt thing, I reckon.
Putt.
Putt. Yeah, that's in Brisbane. It's in the park. Yeah.
Pump up the jam.
Pump up the jam.
Okay. Here it goes. So this is for you to obviously because you're taking on Gode, which becomes obvious in the lyrics.
Pressure taking on Gode. There's questions for you, oh that's for sure. And pressure, cause Gode wears the crown, but you can beat him, it's true. You might win some treats.
Get ready for it. Here it is.
Beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
It's better every time. It just grows on you, that one. Oh, I wouldn't say that.
What gets me is sometimes the lack of commitment to the vocal. It's like, oh yeah,
No, I'm
okay,
so
maybe.
scared. No, the backstory behind that is that was done I'm going to say at least 10 o'clock at night. And Skin and I were watching like a 2020 game that's getting paid in like India or Abu Dhabi.
Was that Ireland versus
Yeah, it was the
Scotland?
2020 World Cup or something like that. And like he was in that room for like 45 minutes. We're like, what the fuck is this bloke doing? He didn't know how to use the thing, so he sung it 5 times and then layered it on top of each other. It was an absolute masterpiece.
Audio mastery.
Yeah. Anyway, Gode, I think you're racking off. Just before you go, you might need to give some context. The theme is Masters.
Yeah, US Masters.
golf.
We've just finished John Round one. Probably, I reckon, like the Olympics is obviously the pinnacle of
golf.
sport. I reckon number one bucket list. I reckon Augusta Masters, no brainer.
And then Olympics or Olympics before?
That is close. I reckon the specialness of just being at one place at Augusta. I reckon that's pretty cool.
That wasn't one of the questions, so don't panic.
Good. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Now, Matt, your time will start when I finish the first question. I believe I need a little timer there as well, don't I, Skin? Are you ready?
Yep.
How many clubs can a player carry in their bag in a game of golf? That's not it.
11.
Which golf course hosts the Masters tournament?
Augusta National.
Who won the Masters in 1997?
Not Ben Hogan. Tiger.
What a prize does a player win for winning the Masters?
A purse and the Augusta National clubhouse.
And a final one, spell par. We'll count this.
PAR.
Nice. Definitely got that in, I think.
Yeah.
For the end.
I made it.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was good.
Well
Gode,
played.
in you come, mate. In you come. Did you write down those answers, Dave the Brit? Okay. Gode is coming back, I think, and he looks pumped that he's got a different shirt on.
I was wondering why he took his shirt off.
Because what I realised halfway through is there's no camera angle of Mikas, is there? So, or is there? Oh, there is. Great. So people can actually see his shirt that he was wearing. But now Gode's wearing that shirt. So that's good.
Beautiful.
Gode, your time will start when I finish the first question. The first question is, how many clubs can a player carry in their
14.
bag? Nicely done. Which golf course hosts the Masters tournament?
Augusta National.
Who won the Masters in 1997?
Tiger Woods.
What prize does a player win for winning the Masters?
He wins a green jacket and a trophy.
Spell albatross.
Oh, shit. ALBATROSS.
Stop the clock.
10 seconds left.
Right.
I've heard that before.
Right. Now, Matt, I've got some bad news for you.
Yeah.
That didn't go overly well.
No, I did not.
you.
I totally forgot the green jacket. Totally forgot the green jacket.
All right, so let's run through this quickly. How many clubs can a player carry in their bag? That was 14. Gode, you got that correct. Where's my little correct answer? Matt, unfortunately for you, 11. No. Which golf course hosts the Masters tournament? Augusta, and actually, Matt, I think, said Augusta National Golf Club.
did.
And Gode said
Augusta National.
hard to say. We'll have to check the replay on that. I'm happy to give it to both. So Gode leads 2-1. Who won the Masters in 1997? Gode said Tiger Woods, which is correct. Matt, as did you. So that makes it 3-2. What does a player win for winning the Masters? Matt said a house, boat.
Technically, that's not wrong.
No, I said Augusta National as a trophy. the clubhouse.
He did say the trophy. Yeah. But forgot the green jacket. So we probably got to go for Matt and that for
that's
you.
fair.
And question 5, Matt, yours was spell par. You got that PAR correct. Go to yours was spell albatross. And you also got that
Fuck,
correct.
that's unbelievable.
I had to edit it because Matt was struggling.
Oh, fair enough.
No, he got the spelling one fine.
Just.
Spell par. Shit.
Was
it 1-0?
I was already running out of time as well.
Oh, jeez. Well done. Now, Matt, you haven't won that, but obviously
That's okay.
because you have been on, we've got obviously an enormous prize pack to give you. We just haven't found it yet, but
Beautiful. Thanks.
We will.
I'll take
Send
my
it once we-
chocolates back.
But it's coming. Don't you worry.
Okay.
So it's Christmas.
Now, who's you're in for tweeting?
Skinny's gone back to the well with it, I think, this week.
Yeah, I've chucked a couple in there. One of them, Lethal, I think you actually put on the story this week if you'd like to take over that one. And then I've got a bonus for anyone who's already seen
glad
it.
you
You've
said
got a
that.
what? That could have been tweeted.
Jeez, you're excited for this tweet.
Must be really good.
I have a second tweet in case people have already seen our Instagram story and wanted another.
What do you mean? Everyone's seen our Instagram story, mate. What is it?
Yeah, this one was from Fat Gandalf. Fat Gandalf. And he tweets, I would say no. The image is of like a Coles or Woolworths aisle, who was the person that sent in that name to him last week. But of an aisle saying, well, it's three things: canned fish, microwave, soup. But obviously he's interpreting it canned fish, microwave soup. And he tweets, I would say no.
Well played. All right, okay. And
someone like that.
Pretty good.
And the bonus comes from Tachyon. Quick question. Is it spelled for fuck's sake or for fuck's sake? It's for a work email, so it has to sound professional.
It's for fuck's sake.
Is it?
I reckon it's for fuck's sake.
With an apostrophe or no apostrophe?
No, nothing. Just for fuck's sake.
Okay.
I reckon. What do you think it is?
I couldn't tell you. What is a fuck's sake?
But if it's for the sake of fuck, that's ownership. So apostrophe in or not?
Yeah, apostrophe in.
Apostrophe in, I'm saying.
Yeah, with you.
Oh, couldn't care less.
You started that whole conversation, then you just pulled out.
Pulled out like a ring, for example.
Exactly. Rightio, and that's another episode of the We Got the Chocolates podcast complete. We welcome you to be a part of the Chockies crew. Get around us on the socials or in touch at the website.
Yep, the website's wegotthechocolates.com.au. We've got a little contact us page where you can leave a voice recording if you want to maybe hear yourself on a future ep, or just write in. And the socials, we're on most of them, but we'd love you to get over to YouTube if you could. Check out the full episode. Maybe a dad jokes video. Anything else?
Everything.
Anything you want, yeah. As long as it's on our channel.
Yeah.
No other people's.
I mean, after that last joke of the week, I don't think anyone's writing in too soon.
No, right in. You set the platform, we'll build on it.
And you remember I gave everyone a stern talking to last week about making sure that ratings and reviews are flying to get us up the chart. It seems as though it failed. We went down a little bit further this week. So come on. Fingers out. Come on.
Like that umpire.
No, I didn't say rings out. I said fingers out.
Now, Matt, do you want to hear your jingle one more time?
Hit me.
We will play that on the way out, I think. But, mate, thank you so much for making yourself available and making your debut on the We Got the Chocolates podcast. We've talked about it a bit, so it's been elite to have you here. And we're very excited to watch you over the next, year and a bit, 2 years, and in preparation for all the events that you're going to be participating in. So thanks so much for being here, man.
No, thanks for having me on. I've never felt more pressure to try and have a pun and not have one. So great to hopefully come back and be more prepared.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, if you had done one, you would have been above Skin's
No, remember he told that Egypt one after he went to the fridge for half an hour that day?
Yeah, he had notes in the fridge door.
Yeah, you literally could have gotten a bronze medal, but it wouldn't have been that hard.
Thank you, mate. Remember that if you are out there having a laugh with your mates this week, you're absolutely getting the chocolates. We'll speak to you again this time next week. And as always, good luck in the future. And that's stumps. Except I've obviously got to play this elite jingle one more time. How many dudes you know roll like this? How many dudes you know flow like this? Not many. Matt Denny. Not many. Megs Benny.
Beautiful.